big week in the artificial intelligence space with new releases from OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft. LinkedIn pilots its podcast academy, and Google builds podcasting into YouTube Studio. WhatsApp announces the release of a new upgraded Windows desktop app and also releases Groups admin control features. All these news items and much more coming up in this 194th weekly edition of the Connected Church News with me, Nachi Lazarus. Welcome. This is the show that brings you the top 5 digital, social media, and Web3 news that you need to know for this week in just 5 minutes. Let's get started. Instagram has rolled out 2 new ad formats that could be quite useful for ministries in various settings, especially event-based ministries like church services or special events. First is called reminder ads. Reminder ads will let people choose to be reminded about an event that is coming up. So basically people will look at your ad, they will click on the call to action. After that, they will be reminded on Instagram 3 times. One day before the event, and then 15 minutes before the event, and at the time of the event. So could be useful for ongoing events like church services or special events that are coming up, maybe like Easter and Good Friday. The second is ads in search results. When people search for a specific keyword, just like Google search, now you can have your ad appear inside Instagram. People search for something with an intention of finding the detail, and your ad showing up contextually can make a big difference. Couple of news items about podcasting. Podcasting as a type of content has been growing rapidly, currently at about 450 million plus listeners, and now it's expected to touch 500 million listeners. LinkedIn has announced that they have released a new podcast academy aimed at helping people learn about podcasting and become more professional the way they approach podcasts. We will link to that in the show notes. The next news is about Google adding a create new podcast feature within YouTube Studio. So right within YouTube Studio, which many of you listening to me are well familiar with, you will now be able to add a new podcast on YouTube platform, which will appear in youtube.com/podcasts. So you can also take an existing YouTube playlist and convert it into a podcast. How exciting is that? There is a detailed video from YouTube on how to go about it, and we will link to it in the show notes. Check it out. WhatsApp has announced that they are releasing a new upgraded Windows desktop app with the ability to make end-to-end video and audio calls. Now you can make those calls on your desktop app. So they've also improved the UI according to the announcement. They're also improving the UI of a Mac app. And so the whole desktop app system for both Windows and Mac are being upgraded. Could be useful for ministries because I know there are lots of counseling and prayer and those type of applications for ministries that could benefit from having desktop applications. WhatsApp also announced that they are adding new admin controls to WhatsApp groups and also bringing a new feature called Groups in Common, where you just search for somebody's name and it will list out all the groups that you and they have in common. If you are on iOS and you create YouTube Shorts, then this is a good news for you. YouTube has announced that all iOS creators will be able to select the thumbnail for their shorts right from within the phone. This has been available in Android for a while, but iOS did not get it. So last week, this announcement came through. And the way you do it is after you record or import a video with the Shorts camera, then navigate to the final upload screen, says YouTube announcement. And they say tap the pencil icon that is overlaid over the thumbnail of your video, scrub along your video's timeline to pick a thumbnail, hit done, upload your shorts. That's it. So could be a useful feature for you if you create shorts for your ministry. Check it out. The artificial intelligence AI industry has been busy for the last few days with multiple big announcements and launches. It started off with OpenAI announcing the launch of ChatGPT-4, which is currently the most powerful generative AI system with multiple new features. I will link to it. You definitely want to have a look. This is a game changer for industries, actually, not just AI. It impacts everything that we do. And the second big announcement is from Google that opened up access for Bard, which is their version of chatbot, AI chatbot, and they opened up public access to it. Microsoft also announced that they are adding AI capabilities into Microsoft 365 365, which is the Office suite. So within the Microsoft 365 ecosystem, which is Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and so on, you will be able to use the power of AI to accomplish various tasks. If you have any questions, you can DM me at Nachi Lazarus on Instagram or Twitter. You can also leave them in the comment section. We will make sure we get you all the answers. I'll see you next week with another set of news items. Until then, you stay connected and stay blessed. God bless you.